Dude, he's literally me. What do you mean? Like, Ryan Gosling is literally me. Are you talking about the character, or are you talking about, like, Ryan Gosling, like, the actor? Well, no, I'm talking about both, like, the character and Ryan Gosling. Are you sure? Because the character just, like, crushed some dude's head and murdered a bunch of people. I know, right? I do it all the time. Bro, what the hell are you talking about? Literally me characters. If you clicked on this video, you probably know what they are. If you don't know what they are, you're about to find out. When you think of these specific characters, you think of Patrick Bateman from American Psycho, Lou Bloom from Nightcrawler, Tyler Durden from Fight Club, Joker from Joker, and many more. These characters are also known as Sigma characters. No, not that type of Sigma, but that type of Sigma. Here's my definition of a Sigma literally me character in film. A male lead in a role who usually have a lot of masculinity that display their struggle with mental health and show how close they are to cracking from society, or show how they already cracked because of society. Millions of men around the world relate to these characters because their situation is so similar to these characters in these movies, because these men grow up thinking they're losers, nobodies, but these characters give them a chance to express who they are and make them feel comfortable with the type of person they are, because they're seeing their type of personality or their situation shown on a big screen. But there's one word that I think that ties together all of these Sigma literally me characters, and I think it's the word loneliness. Every single man in this world has dealt with loneliness, and a lot of women have too. So when they see a cool character on the big screen alone, it makes them feel accepted. It's crazy to think that being alone has united so many people online, like through TikTok and Reddit. Like, they're able to communicate about their loneliness, which brings connections, and that's just bizarre to think about. It's a beautiful thing. Sigma characters is kind of feels like to me another way of bringing back masculinity. It may not be the right way, but it is a way, you know. Some people do it correctly, some people don't. People use these Sigma characters to show their dominance and show that they don't need to chase after girls and basically keep their self in routine, whether that be working out or just focusing on yourself, basically. You can be a man that usually is happy, sometimes, without the presence of a significant other. Well, if being a Sigma male means having no girls, then I've been a Sigma male for my entire life. So dumb. There's also one thing I forgot to mention about the literally me characters. A lot of them are psychotic, psychopaths. Now, I don't know why as men we relate to the psychopaths. I don't know if it's because the directors or the creators or writers make these characters lonely and that's why they're psychopaths for a lot of them, or it's just like, I don't know if it's like beautiful storytelling, or it doesn't, I don't get it. Maybe we're all crazy. I don't know. What I like about these characters is that they can be a man from like any type of story. You can be from literally like Blade Runner. It's in the future. He's literally not even a human being. And you relate to him more than looking at some rich dude and a motherfucking with a happy girlfriend and like some rom-com. You relate to literally a non-human being more than an actual human being, just because how alone they are. Literally, Batman and Joker are both considered Sigma male characters, and they're literally against each other. I think that most men that look up to these characters are using it as a cry for help. I don't know if it's some sort of therapy or just some way to get notice or recognition and to be related with. In my opinion, I think this generation of men is the loneliest, saddest, most depressed, suicidal men that we've had in decades. And when you think about it, most of our lives aren't as hard as, let's say, 70 years ago. Like, there are literally people in the Great Depression and people who weren't even surviving, who were in war. And then you would say that this generation of men is the most depressed that anyone's ever been, and we have access to anything we want. I guess that's why we're so depressed, is because we've had this boost of always needing a serotonin boost, and then once we don't get it, our day's ruined. I don't know. And/or feeling neglected because we're looking at other people who have such higher power and who are rich, who have the girls, who have everything, and then you look at yourself and you're like, I'm nothing like that. So I assume that that's why this generation is most depressed, because we have more access to see what we can be or what like the higher power is, and how we are literally nothing close to them. Every 40 seconds a person dies of suicide, and I think that's just extremely terrible. If this is a coping mechanism for these young men and men in general, then I support it, because I know for a fact this is probably the only therapy therapy they're getting. I forgot to mention that a lot of these people that watch these movies like to adapt the personality of the movie they watch. So it's like they're essentially downloading a file. It's like if you watch Batman, you want to start working out and, you know, start wearing dark clothing and go out at night. I mean, I already do that, but because Batman's literally me. Sometimes that's okay, but if you start like murdering people because you really love American Psycho, then that ain't good, my friend. I think that's pretty much it. I've been wanting to make a video on this topic for like maybe a year now. Like, because I when I first discovered the Sigma male community, I was just so, I don't know, I feel like it has, coming from me, I actually have been a part of it, and it has helped me through a ton of things. I know that sounds stupid, but it's like looking at a character that's going through the same issues as you, that's just very poetic and very beautiful. And that's why I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time. I just started to realize that it's getting a lot of attention on YouTube now. So I was like, okay, now I gotta make the video because people will understand where I'm coming from. A lot of people have asked me what a Sigma male or literally me character is. And I like try to sit down and tell them, but it's really difficult, you know? It's hard to process. This whole video, that's basically the definition. And so instead of just sitting down and talking to them, I'm gonna just send them this video because that took a while to explain. Alright, well, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I think this video is kind of sad. I just wanted to spread awareness across this community platform, you know. If you enjoy these type of video essays, kind of short and simple, let me know. And I think that's it. Hope you have a good day today. I hope you have a good day tomorrow. And I hope you have a good day for the rest of your life. Peace.
And though I can hide my cold gaze, and you can shake my hand and feel flesh gripping yours, and maybe you can even sense our lifestyles are probably compromised,